Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jon Bennett, the Director of the Presentation Systems Department here at SystemSource, and thank you for joining me for the Top 5 and 15 Collaborative Tools Powering Better Meetings, where we'll take about 10 to 15 minutes to go through some of our favorite topics in a very short format to respect your time. During the webinar today, audio is in presentation mode. So in your control panel, you can view the webinar in full screen mode. And we do say in chat, you can tell us what you want to learn today. I'm having a little technical difficulty, so I can only see chat or questions. So I'll leave that chat up for right now. But if you have any questions today, feel free to submit them. I'll do my best to get through them while we are talking here. If not, I'll either answer at the end or put you in contact with a member of our team. Once we're done today, we'll send out an evaluation. Please feel free to fill it out. Give us your thoughts. Let us know if we could do anything better or if you want to learn anything more. If you're not familiar with SystemSource, we are a full-service IT and AV company. We can help you acquire IT and AV equipment, improve by training, consulting with you, and updating your cloud services. And we also have a full-service department for maintenance. So we do support services, printer support, and AV support as well, too. All right, and with that being said, let's jump right into it and talk about some collaboration tools that we use within meetings that we really like. Some of these you may know, some of them you may not. For starters, let's talk about wireless presentation and conferencing. Some of us may have some experience with things like Barco ClickShare, Crestron Air Media, and I wanted to go over some of the updates and why we like this. With these systems here, we can turn any display into a collaboration space. We don't have to worry about wiring. Install is very light, and the devices are plug and play for your users. As we see here, the puck-based systems are a USB-C puck that plugs in. With a click of a button, your users are sharing up on the screen. With the conferencing, with the pucks, we do BYOD conferencing. We like this because it's now taken the processing off your computer and put it in the puck. When wireless conferencing started, it's very, very resource intensive, and this has alleviated that. By plugging in a microphone and a camera into these devices, you're off to the races with a bring your own meeting, any platform that you choose. Multi-user collaboration is great. We can usually have up to 4 users on the screen at one time, or we can just switch between users without having to plug and unplug cables. These are definitely ideal for most every room. We see them just about everywhere, especially boardrooms, classrooms, older construction where cabling can be an issue. With that, on-screen splash screens for calendar integration and digital signage. When they're not in use, you can display information from your company, what's coming up in the space, and keep your users informed. Outside of Bring Your Own Meeting, I think we're all very familiar with living our lives on Teams and Zoom or GoTo like we are today. So let's talk a little bit about room-based conferencing. As our users are jumping onto Teams and Zoom from their desk, what do we do with our conference rooms? Using room systems gives you a dedicated in-room appliance. Your users no longer need to bring their laptops into the space to plug in and have a meeting. These exist in the space as a resource. They're very scalable. We're seeing a conference bar type system here with the appliance built into the bar. We also have different systems with computes on them that we can use higher end, larger scalable systems with microphones, cameras, and whatnot. Touch controllers with one-touch join. We all know that the word of the day is easy. Our users don't want to see these big, complicated systems that they're scared to use. With these one-touch join buttons, they're hooked up. They touch your calendar. They show when the meeting is. The users walk into the space, hit join meeting, and the room fires up. AI-enhanced meeting features, where we get into some of the collaboration aspects. Smart camera tracking, participant framing and recognition. If I have a room full of 10 people, how do the other users on the other side know who's talking? These systems can now tell who's talking with a simple voice print and put that up on the screen. Automated meeting insights and recaps are great as well, too. We're using this quite a bit here at SystemSource. AI will transcribe, send out recaps when we're done. No one's taking notes anymore. We let the meeting work for us. Again, calendar sync and scheduling. This has been a really big feature in all of these systems now to keep our users on track, what's happening in the room, and that shows right up on screen. It shows on the panel there. What happens when our users want to come in the room and share content, bring their laptops? Well, we have wireless content sharing, just like we talked about before, but built into these systems, as well as the bring your own meeting support. These systems are usually locked down to your platform of choice, whether you're a Teams user, a Zoom user, a WebEx user. But by plugging in a USB cable to our laptop, we can now open that room up to any platform, whether we have a client that's coming in on a different platform than we use, or we just want to use our personal accounts that way. So let's talk a little bit more about interactivity. Some of the things we do, I'm sure everybody has had at one point a whiteboard in their space. So what do we do in that situation? How do we bring that collaboration into 2026? One of the ways I love are interactive smart whiteboards. These are all-in-one displays. Just like we talked about the form factors of the rooms-based system, this is one of the form factors. These are a very easy deployment in your spaces. Cameras, microphones, speakers are all built into the display. With that, we still have the native Teams or Zoom integration with one-touch join. We still can have the optional panel at the table as well too. That gives us that one-touch join. With these, we can use whiteboarding, Windows apps, any number of things to kind of really enhance the space, including the wireless connectivity for bring your own meeting or wired connectivity for bring your own meeting. And my favorite part about these is I know that there's people who have budget constraints. We have rooms that maybe we don't meet all the time, but we never know which room we want to meet in. This is the one time I'm going to kind of get into a specific manufacturer, but Microsoft has partnered with APC. And what we're seeing on the screen there is a mobile cart with a Teams room run by a battery. So if you have a space or multiple spaces and you need to kind of change where your meetings are, this is perfect. The display connects over Wi-Fi. The battery gives you up to 100 minutes of conferencing time and allows you some mobility with a 50-inch screen to bring that meeting wherever you need to go, whether it's inside a cubicle, into a conference room, a huddle room, a cafeteria. The meeting goes where you need it to go. So what can we do? This is something that I'm very happy with. We use it a lot, especially in my engineering department, but we have these touch screens. We need this collaboration. How do we do that when we're not in the same room, not in the same state, and really want to springboard off each other? And this is digital whiteboard software. Teams, Zoom, everybody has this built in. If you're not using it, I really encourage you to check it out. It's been very powerful for us. So within Teams and Zoom, opening this up, it enables us to have real-time collaboration, whether it's on top of what we're presenting or just a limitless whiteboard. So with that, we have persistent workspaces. These save, we can come back to them over and over again. I can have any number of them that I want to have. Templates and sticky notes have been great for us to allow us to kind of really consolidate and compartmentalize what we're talking about. And we also have cross-device access. I have the whiteboard app on my laptop here. I can open it up in Teams. I can run it on my phone. And all of these devices can connect to the same laptop. So we use it quite often for deployment planning, project planning, things like that, where we all want to kind of get in, put our notes in, see where we're going. And it's been a very powerful tool for us. So we talked about whiteboards. We talked about digital whiteboards. They go up to about 70 inches. I can get them a little bit bigger. But what if we have users that are really hesitant to go this route? We're still using large whiteboards in our spaces. And we just want to retrofit that way. We don't want the cost of the digital whiteboard. And that's where whiteboard cameras come in play. Whiteboard cameras are AI-driven content cameras that can be mounted over your standard whiteboard or chalkboard, if anyone's still using chalkboards. They stream content in real time through Teams or Zoom, and they use AI to clean up that image. So what will happen with these is the user is in front of it writing with a pen. AI is actually going to scrub that hand out of the image and give us kind of the cleanest digital whiteboard look that they can. It's also removing glare, boosting the contrast, boosting the colors, making it really work for us there. So if you do have these spaces, classrooms, anywhere where we're really locked into the classic whiteboard, these are great. Easy install, very low cost for what they are. They plug directly into the room-based systems, and they're set up as a content camera. So it is a camera, but when it's pulled up as content. So we're still seeing the user's faces. We're not superseding that way. But with that being said, as I said, 10 to 15 minutes. This one was a little quick, so hopefully we'll give you a little bit of time back there. If you have any questions for me, feel free to put them in the questions and answers section. If not, let us know your thoughts on the evaluation, and someone from my team will reach out to you. Gary, I appreciate that. Yeah, we really enjoyed this. You know, we all are very busy these days. We all get these notes for hour-long webinars, things like that. So this is just kind of to wet your whistle and let you know what's out there, and we can talk further. We can set up individual personal meetings if any of this is of interest to you. Go over some more of the AI features. That's really what I've been tracking in the Teams and Zoom world right now, is how AI can help us, how we can pull this in. I really have been enjoying the thoughts of the speaker tracking and the speaker recognition. That's been really cool to see. It's can be a little scary. They want you to give a voice print, things like that, but it's definitely very cool. So. All right, with that being said, we really appreciate your time today. Again, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time.